Percy, leave him be. Leave him be. Well, good morning, friends. As you can see, Oliver is starting to feel a little bit better. He's still not wanting to jump up on the furniture, but he is being more rambunctious with Percy. He has been on the antibiotics for 4 days, 3.5 days. So I'm thinking that's probably, the Lyme's disease was probably the cause. So I'm really glad he's starting to feel better, but he still has another week he's not supposed to be roughhousing. But since I don't think it's his spine, I don't think it's as big of a issue to keep them from being running and playing. So he's still a little subdued, but he's definitely better, and he's not so good that that shot that he got took care of it, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's the little update on Oliver. On today's agenda, what I'm planning for this video is I finally got everything I need to make my summer wreath for my front door. Now, I'm not going to be completely decorating my deck in this video. It is way too early for that. I don't have any plants or anything yet. I'm hoping Saturday to pressure wash the deck if the weather is decent, which it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be warm, but it might be raining, so it just depends. If it's warm and not raining, I'm going to pressure wash the deck and start getting my planters put back on the deck where I want them and start making a plan. But like I said, I've got all the supplies I need for the wreath, so I'm going to make that wreath today in this video. I also have the things that I purchased in my little thrift haul on Monday, or you saw it on Wednesday, that I want to display, get put in place, style, that's the word. I have not had a thing yet this morning. I just got up, so my brain is not on full power yet. But anyhow, that's what I want to get done today. This, I'm sure, will not be as long of a video as was Wednesday's video, but from the feedback I got, you guys didn't seem to mind it being a long video. All right, I need to get going with my morning routine, and so I'll catch back up with you when I'm working on that wreath. I have to take Olivia to work and do my chores and everything, so it'll be in a little while, but it'll be just a second for you. Woo! I just finished my my walk. I just walked my living room. Walk it. I love it. It's temperature controlled. I don't have to put on shoes. I do it in my bare feet. There's no bugs. The terrain is smooth. I don't have to worry about hitting potholes. I don't have to watch out for dogs or cars or anything. I love walking my living room. I don't love walking on a treadmill. It makes me feel unsteady, and it's just simply boring. I can't, like when I'm walking my living room, if the dog needs attention, I can go take care of the dog. I'm still walking. If whatever happens, I can pause my, stop walking and answer the phone or whatever. I just absolutely love it. And I love watching YouTube videos while I'm walking the living room. And I was thinking while I was walking today that I have some favorite YouTubers that I watch, especially when I'm walking. I love Delightfully Southern. That's Donna, and she has like a vlog, home style channel, but she does a lot of thrifting, and she does thrift hauls, and I love the way she styles her house. I pattern a lot of my decor after her house, although I have a little bit more of whimsy. I would call it whimsy in my home with different things, but I love her channel. Another one of my favorite channels is Our Tribe of Many. Her name is Sarah. She has 11 children. She homeschools. She is a pastor's wife, and I just love her channel. I love Jessica O'Donoghue. She does a lot of cooking, really yummy cooking video. A couple others that I really like is Lauren Jansen. I like watching her. She's a young mom, and she's on a weight loss journey. She's doing Weight Watchers, but I just watch. I don't do Weight Watchers, but I just love watching her because I just love her attitude, and I don't know. There's just something about her that I really like. And then a couple of my other favorite channels that I like to watch is Veggie Boys and A Stable Life. Now, Veggie Boys and A Stable Life are two separate channels, but they're kind of connected in a way. Veggie Boys is run by Andrew, and it's just kind of what the name implies. They own a big farm. They run a farmer's market right on this property where they sell their produce, they sell their beef that they raise, they sell eggs and meat from their chickens. And it's just a really, really wholesome family-run farm. And you get to see all of his brothers and his dad. I mean, it's truly a family-run farm. I think almost everyone that works on the farm and in the farmer's market are family. And then so A Stable Life is connected with the Veggie Boys in that they share the barn. Half of the barn is a horse stable where it is run by Joel, who is the cousin of Andrew. So again, it's more of the family environment. And The Stable Life is they have 25 horses. Some of them are their own, a handful, and the rest are boarders. And then they've got 2 miniature donkeys. So those are a handful of the channels. Like, those are probably my top channels that I like to watch. But obviously they don't all upload every day. So there are days where I'm like, oh, there's nothing to watch when I'm walking. So I have to choose, like, just random videos to watch. And frankly, it's not as much fun. So I was wondering, I wanted to share those favorite channels with you, kind of give them a shout out, although they don't have a clue who I am. I'm sure they don't have a clue who I am, because those are all pretty large channels. But I was wanting to ask you, what are some of your favorite channels that you like to watch? Besides my channel, of course. Just give me some ideas of some other channels that I maybe have never heard of, don't know anything about, that I would enjoy. You've probably gotten the theme of the channels that I enjoy: family channels, vlogging channels, thrifting channels, just Christian. I like faith-based, wholesome family channels. So in the comment section below, leave me some ideas of your favorite channels that you like to watch, and I will check them out, and it'll give me some more options when I'm walking my living room. And on that note, I'm so proud of myself. I have been surpassing my goal, and my goal was 4,000 steps a day. I know that's low, but I got over almost 9,000 steps yesterday, and I am averaging 2 miles when I'm walking my living room. So that's great. I'm like, wow. And it doesn't seem like I'm walking 2 miles, but I am. And part of that is because of being able to watch videos. Before I know it, I've walked 45 minutes and, don't even realize the time has gone by. So anyway, it is now time to break my fast. I am starving, so I'm going to make myself a big salad, and then after that, we are going to get busy. I do need just to do a couple little chores in the house before I feel like I can sit down and comfortably work on that wreath. For the wreath, I don't know if you guys remember, I had bought a new mat for my front deck by the front door, and it's like a rainbow. And I am going to make it kind of like a Noah's Ark theme for my front deck. I don't want to get controversial here at all, but as a Christian, it upsets me that the rainbow has been basically hijacked by a certain group that are not godly. And so I feel like I love rainbows, but I feel like if I'm going to use a rainbow, I have to make sure that people realize that it's the Bible, the rainbow of the Bible, that I am promoting, not this other particular group. So I decided I'm going to make it very, very clear what the rainbow on my front deck stands for, what it truly stands for. And it is from the book of Genesis and the story of Noah. I'm sure most of you know this story because the people that watch my channel regularly, I'm 99% sure you guys believe the same way I do about certain things. But for the delivery guy, the Amazon guy, the FedEx guy, anyone else that doesn't know me that comes to my front door, I want them to be completely, without a doubt, know where I stand as far as what the rainbow means. So I decided to go with not just a rainbow but with a Noah's Ark theme on my deck. It's hard to find anything Noah Ark related that is not like for a baby shower or for a kid's room. And so I wasn't really able to find a whole lot specifically Noah's Ark, but I am going to be doing rainbow. I'm going to do all my flowers in the rainbow colors, which is very easy to do because flowers come in all of the colors of the rainbow. And I'm going to be using like animal figurines and things like that on my deck to represent the animals that were on the ark. And then I found this, it's actually on like photo paper. I found it on Amazon. It came with a set of 4 different Bible verses from the book of Genesis. And of course, this is the one I was really wanting. And I had gotten this plaque at Walmart. So I am going to be mounting this on this plaque, and it's going to be like the centerpiece, focal point of my wreath here. I didn't like the way this raw wood looks, so I'm going to be using some of this antiquing wax by Waverly. I'm going to be probably just doing the outside edges. There's no need to do the middle. And then I'm just going to be putting this on here with glue dots. I had considered using Mod Podge and making it more of a permanent thing, but I thought, who knows what will happen in the future, and I may decide I want to use this little poster for something else, so I'm not going to make it a permanent fixture on here. And then I've got this grapevine wreath that's going to be my base, and I've got all of these. I tried to get like every color of the rainbow. I have to go back downstairs and get my purple. I've got some purple that I'm going to add to this. And as far as the green goes, it's just going to be the leaves that are in the flowers. But I'm going to make like a swag, put it on here, have this in the middle. And then I've got some of this red ribbon. I got this also from Amazon. I'm going to make a big bow. I'm just going to go ahead and set this to music and put this wreath together and not have any talking. And we'll just see how this goes. And I think it's going to turn out really pretty. what I did off camera was I was not able to figure out, couldn't figure out how I was going to actually mount this plaque because there was no holes in it. So what I ended up doing was I ended up hot gluing a couple of popsicle sticks on the back, or craft sticks, hot glued them, put some tape on, and then I stuck them down into the wreath and I flooded a bunch of hot glue in there, and then I put some hot glue up here on these top corners and glued them down there, and so that's not going to go anywhere. And I've got the bow, I put the bow on, and I've got super long tails. I'm not going to trim those until I hang it because I know they're way too long, but I don't know how long I want the tails to be. Then I have just a handful of flowers left over that I'm thinking about just kind of tucking in just into the wreath itself, kind of up a little bit further. Okay. This needs to go down a little further, so I'm going to cut some of this stem off a little bit. There we go. All right, I think it's pretty much done. I'm going to go hang it on the door, and then I'll fluff it, trim the tails, and I'll show you what the final project looks like. All right, here it is on my door. It's not 100% perfect. I think that this is a little crooked. I might have to just tweak that a little bit and straighten it. But otherwise, I absolutely love it. I think it turned out so pretty and so colorful. Well, I think I got it a little bit more straight, but it's as good as it's going to get. It's pretty much glued in there pretty good, so that's as good as it gets. And then this little butterfly was in the bunch of the orange, but there was only one of them. I had bought 2 bunches, but there was only one, so I just kind of stuck it over here on this side. And I am in love with it. I'm so excited. I can't hardly wait to get my deck all bright and cheerful and colorful and in the colors of the rainbow. I can't hardly wait. I am downstairs in my family room, and this is where I want to do some work down here. I want to display some of the things that I got on my thrift trip on Tuesday. I keep thinking it was Monday, but it was Tuesday. And just kind of decorate down here. I'm trying to slowly change over my decor into more of the vintage, rustic vibe. And I've got some of that going on down here. But I want to do some things. I specifically want to style that table. And I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I had some chores I wanted to get done before I got started on these things, and no, I have not done any chores. I'm just too anxious to get that wreath done and to get this stuff decorated down here. So the chores will have to wait till tomorrow. There wasn't anything like big or major. I might yet do them today, but it won't be on this video. It's nothing that you've not ever seen me do before. So, like, fix my bed. But at this point in the day, I might as well just forget it and not fix my bed. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this table. I'm going to put that picnic basket on there, and I need to get it cleaned up. So I brought down some things to clean it with. So let's go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to go upstairs and get some gloves, I think, so I don't get cleaner on my hands. Cleaner makes my skin so dry. To clean this basket, I'm just going to use some disinfecting wipes to get the surface dirt off. And then I've got some of this Waverly antiquing wax like I used in the wreath, and I'm going to try to disguise these watermarks or whatever those are. If you noticed when I was doing the wreath, when I was using that antiquing wax, it poured out of the jar way faster than I thought it was going to. I ended up making a big mess with it. Oh my goodness. Well, the antiquing wax didn't make any difference whatsoever, which I was really doubtful that it would. That's okay. I'm just going to put a lace doily over this anyway, so you won't see it. So I wasn't too concerned about it anyway, but I thought I would give it a shot. So before I can set this in place, while this is drying, because it's kind of wet from being washed, I am going to clear off the table where this is going to go. So as you saw in that last clip, I put this doily on the basket, and then I got a couple of books that match the color scheme that I'm going with for this table. And then I've got this, it's kind of beat up, but don't worry, it'll still look fine. This is an old case that held an old microscope. I still have the microscope, I just took it out of the box because I wanted to use the box. And I'm going to go ahead and lean it up here on an angle because the way the hinges are on that lid, it has to have something to lean up against. So my thoughts were on this little arrangement is, like I said, I wanted to look vintage and kind of rustic and in the like earth tones that I really, really love. And so that's kind of like the color scheme. I went around and I shopped my house. And I am going to use a couple of pieces from the vintage haul that I did on Tuesday, but I just shopped my house for everything else that's in this little vignette other than one piece, and I'll show you that when I get to it. So in the box, I want a bunch of different elements in my arrangements, my displays. I always want to have like greenery and lace and wood and metal and books and glass, and I like all of the different elements in and textures in my displays because I just think it adds a lot of interest. So I went up and I shopped this out of my bedroom. This was just kind of stuck on the top of my headboard. It wasn't like it was not detrimental to my headboard to remove this. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And I'm going to put this little handle kind of to the corner so that I can get this in here and have as much room as I possibly can. And then the next thing I'm going to use is a plate holder. And I'm going to put that beautiful platter that I got on Tuesday. This is kind of like the focal point of this whole display and what I'm pulling these colors from. The greens and this kind of burnt orange reddish color. So we'll put this in here. Kind of get it centered behind, and it'll lean against the back of the there. Let me step back and see if it's straight. There we go, we've got that. And then to cover this damaged part, which doesn't really bother me that much, but I just want to cover it anyway, I found a lace doily out of my stash. I'm just going to drape that over the corner like that. And then of course we've got to pull some greenery in there, so I just found some stray sprigs of ivy, and I'm going to just stick those in. I kind of got the idea for the ivy from that display with the mice, the Royal Doulton mice. I really like the way that ivy and the whole suitcase thing. I love how that looks. And so I thought, I wonder if I could duplicate that, but not exactly. Like take that same idea and change it up a little bit. So that's kind of where I got the inspiration for this little display came from. And these are just old pieces of ivy that are broken, but once you stick them all together, you can't really tell. So then the one item that I bought, and I bought this a few days ago, I got this from Dollar General. I paid $8 for it, and it's a nice ceramic pot, and this was a pretty nice looking plant, faux plant. Some of their faux plants are kind of pathetic, but this one was actually pretty nice. And so I'm just going to stick this on the corner right here, so it can kind of overshadow the corner of the plate. And then on the corner here, to bring in more of the basket feel and to lighten it up a little bit, because there's a lot of dark tones going on there, I've got this goose basket that I thrifted quite a while ago. I'm just going to stick that right there on the corner. Now this lamp I've had forever, and I just wanted it to be elevated a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. That's a very bright bulb. I'm probably have to get a softer light bulb in there. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just turn it back off because that bulb is way too bright for this situation. I will get a different light bulb for that. I'll see if I have any in the house, and I'll change that out. And then for this empty space right there, I have a piece. It was one of the very first things that I shopped when I started doing my vintage shopping years ago. I got this in a little shop in a small little town near me, and it's a Japanese tea set. The teapot, cream and sugar, salt and pepper, and I just love it. And it's kind of got the same color scheme as in the platter. And so I'm just going to sit this right here, kind of on an angle. And I think that is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I'm going to go ahead and change out that light bulb if I can find one, and then I'll bring it back and give you a close-up. That's better. I found a 15-watt bulb. It's kind of more like soft ambiance nightlight type bulb going on there, which is much better. Where I have my little miniature antique vintage planters that I was telling you about that I'm collecting. I've only got 3 of them, and I decided to put them on this little shelf. This is the newest one, and I've got that little ducky one, and then I've got that one, and I've got enough room on this shelf for a few more. So in the meantime, I've just got a couple of my little chicken figurines there, and then my pigs. I don't have a whole lot of pig figurines, but I've got those on there as well. I did not style those small saucers yet. I couldn't fit them in that other vignette, and the little tiny shelf, the little shelf thing, unit thing, I didn't style that yet either, but I will be sure to share that with you in an upcoming video. All right, friends, this is where I'm going to go ahead and end this video today. This family room down here is a work in progress. The upstairs, I think I've gotten really close to exactly how I want it. It's so cute. I love everything upstairs. I don't spend very much time down here in the family room. Ever since we got the puppy, I have not. But I'm thinking in another 6 months or so, when he is completely trustworthy, or hopefully he will be completely trustworthy, I'll be able to bring him down here and he won't cause havoc, and I'll be able to spend some more time downstairs because I do like my family room. I think it's cozy. But in the meantime, I'm going to be working on each little area, and I'm going to be switching over to more of a centralized theme of vintage, rustic, and including my woodland creatures and my wicker basket collection and all the things that I love. I don't know what my style would be. Vintage whimsy, maybe? I don't know. Is that even a thing? But that's kind of what I'm calling myself. Vintage whimsy. That is my style, and I love it. All right, friends, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to let me know who you watch on YouTube, some of your favorite channels. And we will talk to you all later. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, friends.